Hi, this is Regeline Sabat, also known as Gigi. You're listening to Walk With Me podcast. My guest today is Eliza Conley-Lepene. Eliza is the owner of Eliza LLC, Spa Voyage, founder of Safe House, and the creator of the Safe House Crisis and Recovery apps. Welcome to the show, Eliza.
Thank you so much, Gigi, for having me on today.
You're welcome. It's an honor to have you here today. Now, why don't you start off by telling us more about you and where you are from?
So I was born in Alaska and grew up first 5 years of my life with the Army and relocated to Maine when I was 5 and have lived here ever since.
Absolutely amazing. Now, you obtained your bachelor's degree in justice with minors in advocacy and psychology. What inspired you to pursue that specific degree?
So the reason why I decided to enroll in the justice program was because I went through a domestic violence situation and noticed that there were a lot of roadblocks for me and things that I felt like really weren't going the way that they should have been. So I wanted enlightenment and I wanted to understand why these things were happening.
Absolutely amazing. Now, you talk about domestic violence. Talk to us a little bit more about your experience and how you overcame domestic violence.
I've been a massage therapist since I graduated high school. So the first thing I did when I graduated high school was I went to trade school and I graduated in 2007 from Seacoast Career School. Amazing, amazing school. Learned a lot about healing and taking care of people and giving the best massage possible. And really, anytime I was assaulted, I went back to massage. I mean, I was always working in the massage field, but I regularly got massage myself.
Absolutely amazing. And today you're an advocate. Bless your heart. And now Miss Stravic has joined us. Hello. Thank you for listening in. We appreciate you. And also, too, you have a few apps, the Safe House Crisis app and Recovery app. Talk to us a little bit more about both.
So the Safe House Crisis app really is your speed dialing powerhouse for crisis response. And the Recovery app is basically your speed dialing powerhouse for recovery resources.
Absolutely amazing. Now, exciting news here. We have our book, Overcoming Heart Blocks, Inspiring Stories for Healing from Trauma, with several other authors who are sharing their stories in regards to the trauma that they have overcome to then overcome their heart blocks. And so you are one of the authors in the Overcoming Heart Blocks book. Now, can you talk to us a little bit more about your heart block and how you obtained it?
Thank you so much for asking. And thank you for inviting me to write a chapter for this beautiful book. I'm really excited to see the collaboration from all sorts of walks of life. Like, I cannot wait to read how everybody sort of comes to the table with it. Um, Basically, I talk about the dynamics. I talk about the dynamics of abuse and sort of what I've endured. I utilize my minor from psychology to analyze how that transformed my personality and objectively how my behavior then interacted with the rest of the world. So I really try to explain to the world why I think this happened to me, how I responded to it, and basically walk people along the path of healing and then give them some tips that I use myself.
I love it. And you also talk about the heart chakra as it relates to the heart blocks. Talk to us a little bit more about it.
Yeah, so Reiki's been around for a really long time, and what is commonly known in Reiki is, how do I want to say this? What you're talking about with the heart block is talked about in Reiki as a block in the heart chakra. So there are a lot of Reiki providers that will work with people in opening up their heart chakra and help them heal and work with the rest of the world.
Fantastic. Now, What is your best advice to the audience for walking with purpose and living a life of happiness?
Honestly, live every day like you're on vacation. Try to make every day the best that you can. And it doesn't have to be extravagant. It could be taking an extra long shower. It could be um, going to the beach and getting your feet in the sand. It's whatever suits you for that day, whatever your heart is calling you to do. That's what I think you should be doing. Um, if something is no longer serving you, call it out and then find the resolution quickly. Sometimes we stay in difficult situations or abusive situations because we think it's going to take too long to get out, or it's going to the obstacles are going to be too much. The obstacles are always going to be too much, is what I would say. And breaking them down step by step and taking step one is, the best way to approach it. It's worth it. It's worth getting out. It's worth taking all the time in the world to take yourself through every single step to get through all of the obstacles. It's like surfing. Sometimes it takes a lot of work to paddle out to the wave. Sometimes it's a lot of work to get yourself up on that surfboard. But there's this moment and this freedom that happens when you're riding the wave and you just feel liberated. It's worth paddling out. It's worth getting up on that surfboard, and it's worth riding down through freedom and liberation. I would say take all the time it takes to go through everything you can, because living unhappy, it's not your purpose. Living happy is your purpose. So in order to live every day like you're on vacation, sometimes in the beginning, you have to do the hard work. Sometimes you do have to paddle out, and sometimes you do fall off the surfboard, but get back on it.
That's right. That's right. If you fall off the surfboard, get back on and ride the wave. Very powerful. Thank you for sharing that with us, Eliza. And also, now we have our live book launch for the Overcoming Heart Blocks Inspiring Stories for Healing from Trauma coming out. And that will be on November 1st. So we're so excited to have you join us, ladies and gentlemen. And Eliza, thank you for being a guest on Walk With Me podcast.
Thank you so much for having me here, Gigi.
You're welcome. Now, where can the audience find you?
So you can go to yoursaferplace.org and you can get more information about our apps. Again, the Safe House Crisis app you can find on the Google Play and Apple Play Store at Safe House, Your Safer Place, or just Safe House if you're on Google. And then the recovery app is Safe House Recovery.
Thank you. And ladies and gentlemen, make sure to check out Eliza at yoursaferplace.org. And thank you again, Eliza. You have a blessed day.
Thank you, you too.